Hello guys, it's your boy Aaron. Made it to day 3. We just finished day 3 of the Blitz. Uh, it's been rough out here, guys. Not gonna lie. What's called? Yeah, I was yesterday. I had a like. It's weird. It was kind of like I had a reawakening because I was really upset because I've been like bageling. Bageling is when you get no results, like you don't get any appointments, no deals, zero installs. It's just like a bagel. It's like you put in all this effort and then you didn't get anything. So for me, you know, it's like even though it sucks, it's like I'm not gonna quit because how it works is like I made a promise to myself no matter what happens that in the summer I'm not quitting at all. I'm gonna make it to the end of the summer no matter what. Because for most people, it takes them about 90 days to get the hang of it. So after 90 days, I'm expecting everything to click. But the main thing is like just not caring about rejection. Because I'm kind of getting used to it at this point. On day 2, I got the cops calling me, so that kind of sucked. So I just got the hell out of there. Day 3, I was shadowing my assistant manager. And I'm not gonna lie to you, after watching him, I got kind of overwhelmed because I'm like, bro, this guy is doing everything that I'm not, which is good. Because don't get me wrong, I tell myself I'm the best and stuff like that, and I can't believe people are better than me because that's just the competitiveness in me. But in the same time, the only thing that I know is that I know nothing. So for me, even though I truly believe I am the best, that has nothing to do with sales per se, but it just has to do with my mentality. Because if you think you're the best, you're much more likely to become the best than if you think you're the worst. If you think you're the worst, you're never going to become better. That's the truth of it. I've never seen a champion that was like, yeah, I suck at this. It just doesn't happen. Because you can't be the best if you don't think you're the best. Literally, whatever you tell yourself is what you will become. And that's why I tell myself I'm the best. Anyways, I digress. So long story short, I was shouting at my assistant manager. He's been doing this for 2 years, 40 hours a week. So a lot of sales experience. So as you can imagine, he's a lot better than I am, right? So I was watching him and I'm like, dude, he just makes this shit look easy. Really knocks on 10 doors, talked to 2 people. Pretty much any single time he spoke to a person, it was pretty much a set appointment. So I think when I was with him, I think we knocked on 20 doors. He spoke to 3 homeowners and got 2 appointments, which is absolutely insane. Because you would have put that in perspective. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not every day, but to put that in perspective, it's for every 10 people you talk to, 1 person is giving you a chance to make $5,000 to $10,000. When you put it in perspective like that, it's absolute insanity, and that's exactly what happens. So, long story short, after watching him, I just kind of got overwhelmed because I'm like, dude, I bought the courses, I read the books, I'm doing the time, I'm putting in effort every day. It's not like I'm going out here and fucking walking around not doing anything. But every day at minimum, I'm always knocking 100 doors a day, no matter what. And from there, I usually get in front of 10 people. It sounds about 10 homeowners. Because on average, for every 10 doors you knock, you'll get in front of 1 homeowner. Especially in the neighborhood we've been in, there's been a lot of renters. But, so yeah. And then, I was kind of upset, and then he ended up helping me out, talking me through it, and then I just started replicating him. Obviously he's a lot better than me, but I just started to replicate his energy. Because, sales is just a transfer of emotion. So, when I was watching him, I noticed he was really high energy. I mean, he's that kind of guy though, 24/7. I'm not. So for me to push myself to be like that, it was really hard. But I'm telling you, the engagements were completely different. It's people can't be mean to you. If you're super high energy, you're smiling, and as soon as you see them, you say, oh, happy Saturday. You're like, how's your day going? Unlike before, something so small, something as small as that. It's before, I would say, hey, how are you doing? But I didn't really care what they said. I still don't give a fuck. I just say it. And then from there, it's what? Then I just go right into the presentation. And he pretty much did the same thing, except for one difference was he did with more energy. So for example, he said, hey, happy happy Sunday, or happy Saturday. I think it's, yesterday was Saturday. He was like, hey, happy Saturday, fist bump. Connection from the very beginning. Me, I just said, hey, how's it going? They would then say, good, whatever. I'd be like, hey, my name is Aaron. I'll be super quick, and I'll just go right into it. I'm just talking to all the homeowners out here about the work that Duke is doing. You're the property owner, right? Okay, great. And I'll just go straight into the presentation. I literally did the same exact thing. The only thing I changed was how I broke the ice, and the engagement completely started to change. Don't get me wrong, I still didn't get any progress yesterday, but I didn't really have a lot of time. So basically what happened was, after 3, I ended up, so like we got there at like 12-ish, I think, 12 or 1. I think we got there at like 1. Let's say we got there at 12. So I got there at 12. I was knocking with him for like, I was knocking by myself for like an hour or something like that. Then he ended up pulling up on me, my manager, and helping me out so I could shadow him. And then I think I ended up like 30 minutes. I was like, I got to like mentally reset. Because like, I was going through it, bro. I was going through it. He saved me. And then, he helped me get back to where I was. And then I think I had like the best knocking ever. Don't get me wrong, I was still absolutely in my head, like, you know, like still struggling to talk to people and shit like that. But, you know, my thing is like, I heard this thing today from this guy, I forgot his name, the real estate guy that made millions from it. I know it's not helpful at all, but he said, work. He said, work, get no progress. Then he said, no, didn't get paid, but became a little bit better. He's like, work. Didn't get paid, but I got a little bit better. Work. Didn't get paid, but I got a little bit better. Work. Didn't get paid, I still got a little bit better. He was like, work. Got paid. Everyone said overnight success. And I thought that was so funny. Because that's really how it is. You know, everyone says when you get there, oh, he's just lucky. But they don't see the years and years of failure it had. Right now, my buddy, he has $100 million business. It's a meal prepping business. He literally started up the business when his kid was 8 years old. His kid is now 20. And literally last year is when he got his first office ever. Last year is when they finally started making money. So for almost, almost 12 years, I'm not too good at math. Is it like 12 minus 8? I think it's like 12. I don't really care. You guys can correct me down in the comments if you really want to be difficult. But I think so, yeah, I think over like the past 12, 11 years, this guy's been building his business, and he had no other options. I mean, he got in trouble with the law, so because of that, he couldn't get employed, which is absolutely ridiculous. But because of, you know, his criminal record, he couldn't get employed, so then he just opened up a business that's now worth like $100 million. It's absolute insanity. And he's just some regular guy in New York. So what I mean is, I heard this thing today, and they said success is, what is it? People root for you while you're chasing your dreams because they aren't. But when you achieve their dreams, they stop rooting for you because they're reminded of the dreams that they never chased. And I thought that was so funny because, you know, I haven't gotten to that point yet, but even now, I mean, I don't feel successful at all. But I talk to people, and sometimes people are like, oh, Aaron, you're so lucky to have the knowledge that you have. I'm like, lucky? Don't say that shit ever again, or I will literally never talk to you ever again, and I'm not even exaggerating. Every person I know never says that shit to me. You gotta be smoking crack to say that. Because it's the most disrespectful thing you could ever say to anyone that is in a place that you want to be, is just to call them lucky. Because if it was I wish it was that simple. I wish you could just get lucky. And even if it is luck, it's like, you know, it's like what Grant Cardone says, the harder you work, the luckier you get. The more people you put yourselves in front of, the higher your probabilities of someone saying yes. You could have the worst pitch in the entire world and say, hey, hey, my name's Aaron. I'm just out here talking to all the homeowners about solar. Have you looked into that? You're gonna have the worst pitch on planet Earth, and you're gonna make money. You're like, hey, do you want solar? You can even say that. Hell, it can be anything. I'm saying if you just ask people or just tell people about your stuff, you're bound to make sales. Sales is the most simple concept on planet Earth. But the reason why people can't do it is because mentally it's demanding. All day, you're getting told no. But this is the one thing I learned, though, from the top performers and the people that aren't, myself included. Like, it's like, once I start to get this, it's when I'm going to become a top performer. You know, at the day, these guys, they don't care if you do it or not because they've sold so many accounts. It's like, bro, I get paid no matter what. What I mean by that is because you get paid for the no's and not the yeses. After you start to get in the game for a certain period of time, you start to have data. So you're like, okay, well, I know for every 50 no's I get, I'm gonna make $10,000. So yeah, go ahead and tell me no. Please tell me no. There's a guy I knew. There's a guy at our company. I think he said for every person that told him no, he made $117. That's insanity. Imagine that. You're like, do you want this? You're like, no, and you just made $117. That's insane, and that's what I mean. And like all these guys, they don't give a damn if you do it or not. And what I notice is in order to truly succeed, you have to really not give a fuck. Because like, if you do, it's just gonna weigh you down. You know what I mean? But at this point, I feel like I'm kind of just ranting. So I'm just gonna call it the end here. But yeah, that was day 3 of the Blitz. Today's day 4. I don't know if we're going out today because it's Sunday. I don't know if we're gonna take off because yesterday the boys were popping off. We got 13 appointments. I bageled again, but I'm giving myself grace. Like before, I was beating myself up, but now I realize, do I want to be the best? Yeah. Am I doing everything in my power to become the best? Yeah. I'm doing the trainings. I'm reading the books. I'm putting the hours in the doors. I'm in between doors. I'm taking notes on what I did right and what I did wrong. So yeah, I'm getting better every day. I am, and I know as long as I continue to do this every day, I'm gonna win. And for me, it's less about the work and it's more about the work that's being done to myself. Because even though I've not gotten anything monetarily, I become more resilient. You know, my mental fortitude has increased, which I guess that and resilience are the same thing. But I don't care as much anymore what people think. Every single day I care less and less. I knock on no soliciting signs, people scream at me. The other day a guy threatened to kill me. I don't give a shit. Like literally, I did not care at all. I literally laughed. And I just started insulting him after I walked away. I was like, what a fucking idiot. I hope he dies poor. Because he's going to. Because he's not going solar. Especially in Florida. Florida is literally turning to California, dude. It's actually insanity. Dude, how much money it is for a kilowatt is absolutely ridiculous. And it goes up and up and up every single year. And they don't do anything about it. For crying out loud, in California, people are spending 68 cents, I believe, for a kilowatt. Imagine spending almost more than $50 for energy. It's disgusting. It's literally disgusting. But I digress. So, call me a menace. Call me what you want. I don't really care. I honestly don't. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this down-to-earth video. And I'll see you tomorrow or today. I don't know if we're knocking today or not. Because there's supposed to be like a hurricane or some shit like